ADR, this is Keen Black. 2023 has been quite a year, boy. 2024 has got to come through and bring better things. 2023 definitely has been a trial of, strength, of patience, of faith. Because there's just been way too much that has gone on this year that I have to believe, I have to have faith that 2024 things are going to be so much more better. I mean, 2023 has really wiped out my mental capacity, my emotional battery. I hit a deer this year with my car. Had one of my parents unfortunately pass away. I've had just things go wrong left and right. I mean, things breaking left and right. Every time I turn around, there's $1,500 there, $3,000 here, another $1,000 there. And I'm just like tapped out, man. I'm tapped out financially and emotionally, man. I'm just like spent all this time, getting ready for, emergency times, thinking I'm doing good, thinking, life is looking up, get promoted and everything. Then all of a sudden, just back to back, just things happen, man. And I know a lot of y'all out there may have faced similar tribulations, but 2023 for me, by far in the past, I would say 6 years has been the worst by far. I mean, we're already almost midway through December, and I just can't wait until we're in 2024. But with the bad, there's been blessings. A birth of another child, getting promoted, having relative health, what I'm saying? I have my own stuff going on, but, I'm still here. Gotta say, man, this isn't a preaching channel, but, the Heavenly Father, God, I do believe in a God. I do believe in the God that I put my faith in him, man, and just keep plowing forward. Like, I'm just as drained as I am, as much that has come in through one hand and out the other. I feel like I'm not forsaken, man. The little voice inside my head wants to be like, why am I being forsaken? But I know that deep down, that's just the enemy trying to cast doubts in my head. And as soon as those thoughts pop into my head, I try to change my thoughts and say, nope. He hasn't let me down before. He has come through in the clutch in his time. It's just a test of faith, man. And, no matter all the bad things that have happened so far, the tens of thousands I've spent this year, thankfully I've had the means to be able to cover those unforeseen expenses. But I'm just tired of getting beat down, man. And, it's funny how things work, right? First of all, I don't like scripting my videos or like editing them too much. I like to be like real 100% of the time. So anyways, I was scrolling through my, Instagram stories, and man, I wish I wrote this down, but I came across one of those motivational quotes, right? I was just thinking to myself over and over again, thinking about, God, my faith, and the tribulations that I'm facing, and, saying that, I'm placing my faith that things are gonna, look up, and that he's got me in his hands. And while I was thinking about it, this quote had popped up saying that, God gave 2023 as like a year of fights just so that he can give us blessings in 2024. That he was going to let us rest in 2024. And I found that profound in my case. I'm sure a lot of people may feel the same, that 2023 has just been one punch after another, but definitely this year has definitely tested me in a lot of different ways than I've been tested before. I I'm the type of person where something goes wrong, I try to fix it as soon as it happens. And even though I've sort of been able to do that, it's just the amount of the incidents happening. Like I said, just to give you one prime example, in my house, the HVAC had gone out. So I had to replace that whole thing. Cost about, 15, 16 grand. Within a month of that, hit freaking deer with my car. Now, even though I got insurance, I still had a deductible I had to pay. So there's another, that's some more money coming out. So within the span of just 2 months, already about 18 grand went out the window. And that's not including all the other stuff that happened at the beginning of the year. With one of my family members passing and attending the funeral and taking time off and the expenditures with that, staying in hotels, and it's another few grand renting a car, a couple $100, just this year alone, like I said, upwards of 30 grand just spent, just all the savings, all the stuff that I had, credit. So I'm just like, listen, I'm trying my hardest here to be as strong as I try to advocate and as strong as I try to appear for everybody, But even no matter who you are, we're all human at the end of the day. We all have limits. And I feel like this year can't end soon enough. You know what I'm saying? We only have a few more weeks of this year left. And I just literally can't wait until 2024. Like things just, I'm just taking it on faith and my belief that, the good Lord is going to come through, like he's done for me in the past. I can tell some stories right now that sound incidental, but I know for a fact, man, there's a higher power out there looking out for you, or looking out for me as well. Looking out for everybody, but you have to look for it. And you have to have faith. You have to understand that, there's a realm beyond ours that exists. But this isn't a preaching channel, so I'm not going to go too much in detail about that. I just wanted to come on here and vent about this year, about this crazy 365 days that I thought I was done. The past few years have just been establishing myself somewhere new, getting a new foundation, a new base, just trying to get, stabilized, and then just get torn apart. I mean, thankfully not physically, but just torn down, withered emotionally, that you're just like, what else? I have nothing else left to give. And sometimes that's when it takes the most courage and the most strength to just keep plowing forward. There's an answer, there's a light at the end of that tunnel. You can't just give up and sit down in the corner and cry. Nothing is going to get fixed that way. You just do the best you can with the knowledge that you have, but you need faith. Faith gets you through, man. Faith gets you through. And it speaks volumes, man. It becomes your testimony, But couldn't even pick up that many new, toys this year because of all the tribulations. So hopefully 2024, 2025 looks better. I know a lot of people out there are talking about the doom and gloom, this recession. I can see it. Food prices are, everything is going up. We're living on borrowed time, economically speaking. So, definitely don't be out there spending all your money like crazy, living that YOLO life, Definitely make sure that you try to save here and there and indulge yourself a little bit every once in a while, but recognize that, it's going to be some hard times coming. And anyways, for those of y'all that have stayed and listened, I appreciate y'all. Share with me, y'all, struggles and tribulations below. Let me know the hard times, but also any blessings that you may have had this year, man. Because, you know, like I said, despite the bad things, the birth of another child uh, is always something to celebrate. By all means, there's nothing bad. It's just everything else that has come along with this year, though. Man, oh man. I almost feel like, you know, that story of Samson after having his hair cut, you know, just all my strength gone. But then I rethink about that passage in the Bible that says if you have, you know, faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains, man. And I try to keep that in the back of my head, that no matter how tired I am, you know, I will not curse my Creator. Instead, I will have faith that He's going to see me through. He knows my needs and He will supply the answer to what I need. And, you know, things are going to get better. But ADR, I don't know if I'm going to make another video before the end of the year. I hope to. I most likely will. You know, I miss making content. I miss making videos. It's just, I know talking about these things all the time and stuff is a quick way to not be exposed to too many people, or even talking about my life as a Latin King or my viewpoints as a Latin King ain't really, it's a very niche thing, but it's important to me. And I'm not out here trying to be the next Jake Paul, but I'm just out here trying to talk about what speaks to my heart and what's my truth. ADR, this is King Black. Be safe.